know a lot of people are going to be hyped up for the Tecno Camon 18 Premier, but I want to talk about the regular Camon 18 because that's the one that more people are most probably going to get. It's the cheaper option out of the two, and it has far less features. So because of that, I want to know, is it really worth getting that, or should you just skip it and go for the Tecno Camon 18 Premier? Now let's get one thing straight. The Tecno Camon series has always been a camera-centered phone, and Tecno is also known to be a budget-friendly brand. So the normal rule when it comes to a mixture of these two things is, if a low-priced phone that is designed and targeted to be for camera quality and camera enthusiasts is released, that phone is expected to be good at camera related things, mostly photos, and be exceptionally bad at every other thing. The key point in all of this is low priced phone that is designed for cameras and camera enthusiasts. But this phone isn't low priced. It's more than 100,000 naira, which is a lot of money. Even if you're going to talk about the exchange rate, it's still a lot of money, and not a lot of people have 100,000 naira to shell out for a phone. So because of that, I can't call this phone a budget-friendly phone, and as such, this rule that I have does not hold. It's now expected to be good at least more than two things. So how does it do? Normally, any Tecno Camon phone isn't supposed to have good performance. And this year, they packed in the MediaTek Helio G88, which was released July this year. Quite impressive, actually. I'm quite impressed. It's a 12nm process chip, which I know that 12nm process isn't really encouraging to a lot of people, especially the tech enthusiasts. But MediaTek has been doing well with this. I do want to see them move away from this. It's sad that they don't want to, but then they're probably doing that because they want to focus more on the Dimensity line of chips. So I won't complain too much about that. But it's actually quite interesting that Tecno added a recently released chip into a recently released phone. That's not the Tecno way. I actually applaud them for that. Coupled with that, MediaTek Helio G88 is 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage to start. Now, I don't know how I feel about 4 gigs of RAM. Like I've said in many of my videos, any phone with 4 gigs of RAM should not exist in 2021. I guess you could say the price is cheaper, so you can sort of mitigate that, but I don't think so. 6 gigs of RAM at least. 6. Like, that should be the standard from now on. Given that the Tecno Camon 18 Premier comes with 8 gigs of RAM instead of 6. So why didn't you just add 2 more gigs on top of this to make this even more power efficient than the other? I do not know. Well, let me just leave it at that. The next thing to talk about is batteries. The batteries are a 5000 mAh battery coupled with 18 watts fast charging, a USB Type-C charger. Glory be to God. I can't believe that. I actually have to take out my time to say that it's a USB Type-C charger. Well, it seems that Tecno is finally repenting from their old ways. At this rate, I may not even have things to talk about them anymore. But we'll see about that. So, I'm fine with this. Now, if you remember my video talking about the Infinix Zero X, I mentioned that I didn't like the fact that the Zero X had a 4500 mAh battery, because most manufacturers should be moving towards 5000 as the industry standard, since we're now adopting high refresh rates. And that's what the Tecno Camon 18 has. It has a 90Hz refresh rate with an IPS LCD screen. Another letdown, but I will not say anything because I believe that's another thing they're trying to do to push you towards the Premiere. which I'm not going to do because I don't think anyone who is going to buy this, a typical consumer, I don't think they'll actually care about that. My issue is that it comes with 18 watts of charging. That gives you about 2 hours to fully top up your battery, which is, in my opinion, no different from having a 10 watts charger charging a 3000 milliamp hour phone. It's literally the same. I think the phone still does support higher wattage charging, but I don't have the phone in hand to test. But it'll be interesting to see if it supports higher wattages of charging, because then all you can do is buy a higher wattage charger and use with this instead of the 18 watts charger. But then if you do want to use the 18 watts charger, about 2 hours and you'll be done. Battery life should hold up pretty well. It is 5000 milliamp hour batteries. It's 90 hertz, but it's 5000 milliamp hour batteries. I can't complain too much. It's a good combination. But then I want to talk about that screen. Well, not exactly the screen, but the screen design. Now, when I looked at it, it looked a little weird. It has a noticeable forehead and chin. It's not that noticeable. It sort of gives the phone this distinct look that I actually like. But then I couldn't help but notice it. It looks a little weird. That's all I'll say. But I actually like it. Coupled in with the fact that the back also looks somewhat similar to the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, almost like as though Tecno has been watching my videos as I rant and rave about that phone. That aside, I've already talked about all of the most important things about this phone. So the most important thing, the main highlight of the phone, are the cameras. So you expect it to have good cameras because it's a camera-centered phone, and we see 3 cameras on the back. So what do we get? We get a 48 megapixel main camera. That's all. No, seriously, that's all. The other 2 are 2 megapixel macro cameras and a depth camera. And do I really need to go over this again? Like, at this point, I don't even know what they were thinking. This phone is priced over 100,000 naira. Even if you're going to use the exchange rate as an excuse, you cannot tell me that you didn't have space to add at least an 8 megapixel ultra wide, a macro and a depth sensor. Tecno, what the hell? No, I will not let you off easy on this. It doesn't work out. It's not nice. Don't do that. It's not cool. Absolutely not. Not cool. Well, aside from that little nitpick I have, which is actually a very major nitpick, because if you are getting this phone to be a creative, then you need to go for the 18 Premier, and you'll probably not be looking at a Tecno phone. You'll be looking at something like an iPhone, because that's like the standard for videos. But if you are short on cash, I don't know why you would be short on cash and looking for this phone for camera work specifically, but if you are in that bucket, that very rare bucket, just know that you'll be trapped a little with that. And if you're also a photographer and you don't have that versatility of different focal lengths to be able to take photos with, very annoying. I don't know why Tecno did that. It's really annoying. The fact that this phone is a good phone for gamers, it's also good somewhat for media consumers, but not perfect enough for the target demographic. Is annoying. I don't know why Tecno did that. We'll have to leave it till probably the Tecno Camon 19 to see whether they fix that. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya. Even if you're going to use the exchange rate as an excuse,